No, it's like the most cliche thing to find, but I've never found a set of beautiful parquet wood
I
floors under
have.
there.
They were, and actually, it's funny you say that. They were parquet wood
Yeah, because
floors.
that's the
Like
old school stuff.
it
Those
is. It
little
was
like,
old school, and somebody actually carpeted over those.
yeah, that was the thing to do back in the day. Clearly, right? I think it what happened is the wood floors wear down. The varnishing and lacquering and all thing became a dated concept at some point, and then they just threw carpet over it. Boom, quick fix. And now the quick fix is to rip it back out and refinish the floors.
Yeah,
So
because most people these days don't want carpet. They want hard floor surfaces.
right,
And I mean, even a worn out wood floor, that's real wood. You can sand that down and restain it.
you
It's not
could,
like the laminate, that we have today.
yeah,
So you get
that's
lucky if you've got wood floors underneath the carpet.
right, right. That is a thing that saves you a lot of money and you get a lot of bang for your buck if you can do it. If you get lucky. Now those mid 50s homes, kind of like right around in that era, they had that parquet. They were raised foundation floors. Those where they had the crawl space underneath. Those might have that, but the foundations won't have it, which are probably like 60s and forward. Yeah, so okay,
Yeah.
carpets, flooring is expensive, especially like
it
hardwood floor,
yeah,
like
it
hard
definitely
solid
can.
or even engineered.
It definitely can be. Another thing that comes to mind is cracks in the driveway. I don't ever really recommend that our sellers fix those
I
because the
no,
the earth is shifting all the time, and I mean it's just normal for.
I'd be aware of tripping hazards. That's something that we've had
Yeah,
to do,
yes, I
and
agree with you.
we had one that had like a 6 inch gap in between the driveway, so like it was a tripping hazard, and they were worried about that. And we had the concrete guy cut out a section, like a strip, right, like just a like a foot strip, and then he replaced it and kind of made it blend. Other times you can grind it down, but if it's high, otherwise, no, I don't ever address that. And even if like in during home inspections, if people ask for it, I'm very hesitant to do anything about it. Like,
Hmm.
or obviously it's the seller's discretion, but I don't generally recommend that.
Yeah, and of course, I mean, our sellers can always fix anything that they want before they put it on the market. I'm not really going to argue there because it's obviously easier to sell a beautiful home that's well maintained. But if they ask my opinion, I definitely think that less is more because I want our sellers to get the most bang for their want them to get the most out of their home, right?
Right. Well,
So it,
we live in California. We're constantly shifting.
yeah.
Concrete cracks. You can't like get a big huge slab. That's why they put those lines in there so that it can shift a little bit and not crack, but still it cracks. So you do what
Yeah.
you work with what you got to the
Yes.
most extent,
Yes.
unless again if it's a we always say a health and safety issue, right? And a trip hazard starts falling in that space, so
I agree.
then you have to address it.
I agree. Another thing that may come to mind is replacing the front door. I've had people ask me, should I replace a worn out front door?